So Michael Keaton might be back as Batman. This is going to be a quick one. This is the geek protagonist. And I actually think that's a phenomenal idea. I think, especially if they're saying from what I've read that he's going to be playing the role similar to like a Nick Fury type. Now some people are trying to figure this out, like is he going to be Thomas? I think he should be Bruce Wayne from Batman 1989. I think people are overlooking the fact that the Flash, spoilers if you didn't see this, Ezra Miller's Flash showed up in Crisis on Infinite Earths and met the other Flash and was trying to figure out where he was and how he got there. And then he disappeared. Flashpoint is about a resetting in the universe. So we know that Batman is still around because of the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. He's still Batman. He'd be older. It'd be awesome to see him do, a little fighting, but still kind of pull a Nick Fury thing. And he could help where Barry was being mentored by Bruce. He now could be mentored by this other one, and they can make a whole story about Michael Keaton's Batman and how he helps out the rest of them. And because he ran into Flashpoint, he could have accidentally ran to that Earth, depending on how the movie goes. I think this is a really cool idea. I think Michael Keaton deserves it. Admittedly, I like a lot of movies Michael Keaton has done. Birdman. I loved him in The Other Guys. He's great in Spider-Man. He's awesome. But I think most people of my age bracket define him as the original Batman of the modern era. When you ask me, hey, think of a movie with Michael Keaton, the first movie that comes to my mind is Batman 89. So, yeah. But I think this is a really cool idea, especially if they make this kind of crazy. Now, some people keep going, the DC is not connected and they're all out of whack. Well, not exactly. You watch Crisis on Infinite Earths, you realize they all are connected. They're different Earths. Hence why a lot of them crossed over with each other and showed up. Like Christopher Reeve's Superman ended up being Brandon Routh playing that Superman. I thought that was fantastic and awesome. And they gave him some nice closure. Smallville, all of it. DC took a step further than even Marvel. They played it up as everything is connected. They're just on different Earths. So anyone could cross over at any time, show up at any time. And I think if they have Michael Keaton do this Flashpoint and kind of play it differently, I think that's a great idea. It'd be so cool where he's like let's say he becomes the multiversal hero. I really would love to see someone take up the mantle and then him kind of go, well, you're that now, I have to save the multiverse or something crazy. There's a lot of places they could take this, especially with Flashpoint. You can go nuts. It could be a different type of Bruce. This one's, funny enough, is even more brutal than the Bruce he met, because that Bruce wholesale murdered people. Even though people like to ignore that fact, Michael Keaton's Batman was a serial killer. This dude put dynamite in people's pants, uppercut them, and smile about it. So, let's see how that works. Because I'll tell you this right now, if he's just as vicious or even more vicious because he's gotten older, and I don't see people complaining the way they do about Ben Affleck or Batfleck, then you don't get to complain about Batfleck in my opinion anymore. Because people keep doing that. Batman doesn't kill. And Superman doesn't do this. What I need you people to do, go back and watch Superman 2. And watch how those villains were handled. Go and watch Batman 89 and then Batman Returns. And just look at what Batman was doing compared to Ben Affleck. See, Batfleck would do things like he would kick the grenade away, but he may kick it in their direction or something, but he didn't wholesale walk up on people and physically choke them out or do something, except for the one shot thing he did. Versus Keaton, which by the way, this ain't a jab at Keaton's Batman at all. I love those Batman. But the dude, One dude was behind his Batmobile. He said, oh, okay, and lit him on fire with an exhaust that was like a jet engine. So I'm just saying, let's chill with that, all that hater stuff. But back to the point at hand, this is freaking cool. I would like to see him reprise the role a few times. And I hope Michael Keaton chews it up because he deserves it. He's awesome. And I would like to see Michael Keaton, Batman, helping out Ezra Miller's The Flash, get him to be a little less hokey. I didn't mind his Flash, but like when you see him run, for example, he runs like he doesn't know how feet work. And that's one thing I gotta say between Justice League I saw that really annoyed me that I hope Snyder fixes. I actually like the Justice League movie, but when he runs and his feet are like pointed in, I'm like, were y'all trying to make fun of someone? Like, I didn't understand it. It was weird. I'm like, that's not how people normally run. So that's just me. But outside of that, you know, fix that DCEU period. Just fix that. But yeah, him becoming, the rumor is that he's going to become like a Nick Fury kind of character. I think that's great, especially if he suits up sometimes, you know, just to take care of a couple things. I just think it'd be awesome. And they can even hark back to the other ones. There's just so many things they could do with it. Because whether you like it or not, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are all a part of the same character. But it could go back to, once he did that, he could talk about like where Robin is. Maybe they'll have a Nightwing introduced and they could do it that way. And he's like, well, he kind of protects the city now, or he suits up as Batman now. Like they could play off a lot to have him travel. I can't wait to see what they do with this if this is real. But that's all I got to say about it. I just think it's cool. I think it's awesome. And I think this could really work and could really be a really cool thing, especially put him in a role like a Nick Fury, and maybe they could play with the multiversal Justice League. They could do so much. But him being a mentor, even if it's just for one go, just to get that Flash where he needs to be, because this Flash in the DCEU doesn't really have the support system that the TV show one has. So yeah, I think this will be cool. This is Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I think Michael Keaton being back is just a win. And if they want to put him in multiple movies, it's a win. Michael Keaton Batman is still one of the greatest superhero depictions ever, no matter what I have to say. So I'll see you. Hey, thank you for visiting my channel. This is the Geek Protagonist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, it'll really help me out in the channel if you actually share these videos, if you like what I'm doing. Please hit that bell notification. Hit it, click. This way you won't miss any of my videos. Also, there's a thing on there that says personal and all. Hit the all. This way you'll get them every time for the notifications. I'm trying to, grow, trying to do commentary about what's going on. And I want to thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. This is the Geek Protagonist. I'm out, and I'll see you.